All right, folks, here we are with fight number 2 of the junior welterweight tournament that I randomly drew last time out. And up this time we have Mad Dog Hatcher out of Fort Worth and Morris East out of Olongapo, Philippines. Amazingly, I've been both places. Olongapo, courtesy of the Marine Corps. Okay, so this is an 8-rounder, which is going to probably pretty heavily favor Mad Dog, as he's he's aggressive and prone to get out there and mix it up. Morris East, his MO seemed to be to wear, kind of outlast the opponent and take him down late in an 8-rounder. He's not, that doesn't fit his style very well. At any rate, I've got both of the fighters' ratings out here on the score sheet already. East still has a chance, just because Hatcher is pretty vulnerable in terms of his chin and cut rating and all that. So anything could happen. All right, so to get started, first round, I'll roll 2 dice and take the lower for Hatcher. The lowest roll is a 17, which is, of course, pressure mode for him. And for East, a 13. I'm rolling high. That's inside, so we've got a brawl right from the get-go. Pressure inside. Okay, so, well, this could start off with a bit of a bang. I'm not expecting a slow first round here. Not much of a feeling out, but we'll see what happens. And as I say that, now I'm rolling low. Okay, so we're going to go open action, 88 on the brawl column, and that is an even exchange, 1-1 to get things started. So they do let their hands go a little bit, even in an open action. And here we've got East in control, 21, and he digs a 2-point hook to the body. Hatcher felt that. East again in control. Interesting. 51, that is going to be a 2-point straight punch from East. And he is off to a good start, as he's able to work on the inside. Hatcher trying to turn things around. 55 with a double jab. Trying to push East back. And here we've got high action, 46 in the brawl column. Rally, the fighter trailing on punch points as Hatcher is going to score a combination in the corner and wins this exchange 2-1. I like that result. I'll make a note that we had a high action result there. I'm doing that for my play testing, keeping track of, you know, the amount of punch points I'm getting off the high action chart, and etc. Okay, so next segment, Hatcher, 99 on the pressure card. You know what that is. All right, that is a big A punch. So that's his hook, his favored punch. It is a K check with a hook. But East is pretty tough. He's got a chin of 8. And an 84, he'll be safe. Yeah, so he takes that flush, but shakes it off. And Hatcher's thinking to himself, wow, I just hit him with my best shot, and that's all it did. High action. 20 and 15. So 51 in the brawl column is going to get us a committed puncher. The fighter with the greater power, that's Hatcher, is going to win this exchange 2-1. had our second high action result of the round. 40 seconds remaining as Hatcher marches forward 39, landing across. And at the end of round one, it is Hatcher 06 with a 2-point uppercut. And this has a cut chance attached to it. East is not likely to cut, but I rolled terribly low. His cut rating is at 10. Okay, so he's okay. Just barely, though. That was close. Wow, so there we go. It did turn into a pretty high action round. Lots of 2-point shots landed. So here's 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12 for Hatcher. 2 TKO points against East. There's 5, 6, 7 scored by East and a TKO point on Hatcher. So they are both going to be 4 points off. Hatcher down to 18. East down to 21. Hatcher won that round, but he's in pressure mode, so let's see if he can keep it up. In other words, I'm rolling mode checks for both. So 13 is going to have Hatcher inside, and 1 is going to put East outside, I believe. No, elusive, actually. That's a rare mode for him. So now we completely switch things up. Inside versus elusive. And off we go for round 2, and this is going to be in the normal column. Hatcher 34. 1-point punch, cut chance. East is okay on the cut check. East replies with a 2-point straight punch of his own. That's a good one. And here we have Hatcher 34, but this is going to be column D. And he throws an uppercut, and this time it is blocked. All right, both have a piece of control, but East did not roll 13 or higher. Therefore, he yields control to Hatcher, 85. And defensive 1 means this is in the A column for a 1-point hook. So we are even here near the midpoint of round 2. Both men roll a 20. Well, that's going to be high action. 42 on the normal column. Tactical edge. Neither of these fighters is tactical. If both are the same, tactical or physical, it's a 1-point exchange. So they both land a little something, kind of take what they can get. And East, 95, comes through with a stick and move combo. Nicely done. He is now ahead in the round so far. Hatcher coming back. Gets through with the uppercut this time. 2-point uppercut. Now East as the action goes back and forth. Good stuff. 2-point hook from him. And now Hatcher, of course. 27. Lands a short cross on the inside. All right, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 TKO point against East. 6 and 7. And a TKO point against Hatcher. All right, so it's going to be 3 points off each. So now 15 for Hatcher and 18 for East. East had the advantage in that round, but he was elusive. So he's got to check to maintain. Therefore, both men will check to maintain. And I roll high for both. All right, 15 is going to be inside for East, and 19 is definitely going to be pressure. So we are back to brawling in round 3. And 10 for East is not enough. 0-2 on the open action chart brawl column. That's going to give us a clash of heads. Check the higher cut rating first. So that's definitely Hatcher. And if there's no, he is cut. I just had an idea for that result. Okay, 92. Major cut over the right eye. Yeah, but I just had an idea for that result. For that clash of heads that comes up on the open action chart, maybe that should be a K column cut check instead of a normal cut check, because those tend to be pretty nasty. Because we have another. Yeah, at any rate, I don't need to spend your time debating this stuff, but that's how it happens, right? You think of stuff. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. At any rate, it is nonetheless, it is still a major cut over the right eye, which is going to reduce Hatcher's defense to 1. And it's going to reduce his control threshold number. Actually, it'll increase it, so it'll raise the threshold to 10. And then that's 2 cut points on that right eye. 1, 2. Wow, so big clash of heads to start round 3. The action stopped momentarily and Hatcher's looked at. The cut is noted as accidental, which means we would go to the scorecards after. The rules vary on this, or have historically. I guess after the 4th round is complete in this case. Okay, so action resumes here early in round 3 with Hatcher bleeding profusely, and it is Hatcher in control still, even with the raised threshold number. And 52 is going to be a hook. Does he have power 6? He does. That's going to be a K hook. So here's a K check and a hook and a cut chance. So we just talked about the K cut column, which is more severe, or trends more severe than the normal. And it's going to be one of those checks. So things could get pretty bloody here at any rate. So Hatcher comes off this cut and just lays into East with a huge hook. And we're going to check East's chin of 8, 92. And then once again, he just takes that and shakes it off, and Hatcher is looking at his gloves like something's wrong. But there is a cut chance also for East. His cut rating is 10. But like I'm saying, he's tough, man. All right, so cut rating 10. Only a 1 would cut him, so he doesn't get cut either. Goodness gracious. Interesting action here early in round 3. But let's move on as Hatcher shakes that off, and East shakes off Hatcher's best and the cut chance that went with it. So high action 0-2 in the brawl column is a grazing exchange. Both men throwing, neither man can land anything real solid. And I need to note another high action. There we go. Another high action, 2 in a row, 39 in the brawl column. Rally, the fighter trailing. That is East, is going to win this exchange 2-1. Wow, pretty good stuff. And then Hatcher keeps pressuring. And let's see, with a flat 50, it's going to be a K hook check. Same result as before. That comes with the cut also, the cut check. So here's East chin, which has been rock solid so far. 50, not bad. Oh, it's a 3-pointer though. That stuns him. So East is looking a little glassy-eyed. He backs away. Let's also check for the cut. And that's a negative on the cut. So we have Hatcher continuing to press his advantage, 0-5 with a 2-point hook. He follows up as East is kind of backing away and keeping his guard high. And we go to high action for the 3rd time in this round already with an 85 in the brawl column. Heavy hands, power of 6 or more. That's Hatcher. Wins this exchange 3-1 with his beat punch. That's an uppercut. So 3-point uppercut to 1 point for East. And East is stunned again. $72, big combination and another K check. Wow. All right, 8, chin of 8. Uh-oh, 16. That's a 4-pointer now. East is staggered, still on his feet. And Hatcher going for a finisher. His finisher rating is +1. 14 modified. It's a big flurry, but the opponent's able to cover up and survive. 2-point combination at the end. Man, look at that. Big round for Hatcher. East did not leave his feet. But boy, he took a beating. So 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18 points against. That's without a knockdown. My goodness, 18-4. All right, so that is good for 3 TKO points. His TKO rating is 9. 1, 2, 3. He's up to 6 right now, so he's not on TKO watch. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 high action points in that round. Wow. All right, we're going to check both men for their mode. 17 is remaining in pressure for Hatcher. He had a really good round. He wants to keep up that pressure. And then 11 is going to go outside for East as he's going to try to get a little more distance, which makes sense. All right. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 off is 13 endurance points remaining for East. And then 3 points off for Hatcher gets him down to 12. So even after that beating in round 3, East, as tough as he is, still has a slight edge on stamina. Okay. Let's see, any lasting effects? That 4-pointer, that expires between rounds. So, here we go. East is revived and comes out for round 4. We're going to start with open action, 34 normal. Clean clinch. So I can picture Hatcher trying to come right back at him, and East is just going to tie him up here early in round 4. And then Hatcher gets loose, 16 for a 1-point uppercut. East responding, 87, with a 1-point hook of his own from the outside. East again, a little bit of a rally going, 87, another hook. So he smacks him upside the head a couple times. 10 is not enough. This is open action 49. As they juke and move a little bit. So East is being fairly effective here on the outside. He's scoring more, moving around, keeping Hatcher off of him. East again, 59. This time it's shifted to column D. That cross misses. Hatcher ducks away. And here comes Hatcher, 17. 1-point uppercut, and now we're about even for the round. Easily the slowest round of the fight so far. Open action, 0-1. Uh-oh, that's another clash, isn't it? Yikes. 0-1 in the normal column is a clash of heads. Let's check Hatcher again. Oh, boy. All right, his cut rating is 3. He needs a 12 or more to be safe, and I rolled a 13. So, fortunately for Hatcher, his cut doesn't get worse, or there's not a new cut added to it. 36 for the final segment of round 4. And we have East in control, 36. With a 1-point hook. He's done well with that hook. Here's another cut chance, though. Oh, dear. This is a normal cut chance. 64. Minor cut above the left eye. So now he has trouble with both eyes. East with a very slight edge and a very slow round. It's a 3-2 round. We had no high action. And now we're going to check Hatcher to see if he can stay in pressure. He does not. Now he's going to start pounding away on the inside. All right, 3 points off is down to 9, and 2 points off for East is down to 11. Here comes round 5. Hatcher inside, East outside. And it is East, 86, taking the early initiative with a 1-point hook. Not much defense in this fight. East again maintaining control, 46, and here he's lashes out with a straight punch from the outside. East again, 3 segments in a row, 27. Another big straight punch. It's only a 1-pointer. I say big straight punch. I kind of mean long, kind of a big leading shot. All right, open action 08 in the normal column is going to be a foul check. 15 for the red fighter. That is a marginal foul, so a warning issued against Hatcher. East having a pretty good round here, 45. Another straight punch. He's not landing anything hard, but they still sting, and they still count in the judge's eyes. So here comes Hatcher coming alive, 57, 2 points. Whoops. His defense is still 1. That is going to get shifted, so he's going to score a combination, does Hatcher, but he's going to get countered on the inside card. So East with a counter, 47, counter hook. 1 point counter hook. And here, I was just thinking we haven't had a high action in a while, and here is one. So we pushed to high action, 80, normal column, committed puncher, the fighter with the greater power, that is Hatcher, 2-1 on this exchange. With a solid hook. Then Hatcher, building on that momentum, 34, scores a 1 point uppercut with a cut chance attached to it. No cut. And at the end of round 5, what do we got here? It looks like a 12 and a 15. So Hatcher maintaining control, 86, and getting shifted to column D is an uppercut to the body on the inside. So this foul point is going to make a difference here. There's 5. He scored 5 punch points, but that foul point makes it effectively 6. So there is another TKO point in effect. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 points for East is another TKO point on Hatcher. Slight edge. So East has been winning these close rounds, and then Hatcher's been winning the other rounds easily, in a more obvious way. We're going to roll for Hatcher. 5. Keeps him inside. That's where he likes to be most of the time. So inside and outside, this is the first time we've had no mode change between rounds. And then, let's see, both men were 3 points off. So 6 and 8. Respectively, as we go into round 6, still inside versus outside. And it is Hatcher, 47, 1 point hook. As he burrows his way in. All right, 65. This is East now. Scores a 1 point jab from outside, but it's a cut chance. And a 12 is what Hatcher needs in order to avoid that cut. He's done well. We'll give his corner man, his cut man, some credit on that. But here is East with a flat 22 point straight punch from him. Best punch he's landed now in probably three or four rounds since he landed anything that hard. All right, Hatcher comes back, 62. Hook to the body. Okay, hook to the body with a knockdown chance. Also, chin of 8. 0-4. He's down. The hook to the body puts Morris East on the canvas. Wow, I did not expect that. All right, so his will is 9 rather. And with a will of 9, you are okay. There's no check needed. So he would get up automatically. And then I will reduce his chin and will accordingly. So his chin will drop to 7 and his will drop to 8. And then I'm also going to use the advanced rule where the CTN is going to flip-flop, essentially. So for Hatcher, it's going to go down to 9, and for East, it's going to go up to 12, and that is for until the end of round 7. So that's a fairly big penalty for the knockdown. Now, wonderful. In the meantime, we have 2 finisher checks. All right, 2 finisher checks. The red one comes first. He has a +1, so it's going to be a 10. Makes an 11. He's going to use angles to open the opponent's guard and land a nice big 2-point hook. And then modified 11 is the same result. And so he follows up with 2 hooks, trying to chop East back down, but he can't do it. East is tough. He's going to hang in there, and now we return to normal action for the remainder of round 6. And because of that CTN adjustment, Hatcher is able to maintain control with a 14, scoring a 2-point uppercut. Woo, he's racking up some punch points here. 10, 12, he's up to 13 already. And a 9 barely gives him control again. 0-5 is going to be a 2-point uppercut. And here's a cut chance. But East is not going to be slowed by that, affected by it. And then East would have had control, but Hatcher rolls a 15. Which makes it high action instead, as they both just kind of let their hands go here at the end of round 6. 47 normal. All right, physical edge. Well, they're both physical, so guess what? In this case, a 2-point flurry occurs as they both start landing some shots. Nice flurry to end that round, in a round in which East was floored for the first time, probably only time. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points against. That's 2 more TKO points. 1, 2, and his TKO rating is 9. He is at 9. So now we can put him on a TKO watch. So he scores 5 points, which would normally be okay. But now East is in danger of being stopped here. All right, so 2 and 2 is 4 off. He's down to 4. And then Hatcher is 2 off, and he's also down to 4. So he's liking that inside mode. That worked out really well. That hook to the body crippled East there in round 6. And so we're going to check East. With an 8, and he stays outside, right? Yep. All right. So the modes stay the same. They kind of found their default distances at this point. And both fighters are kind of do what they do naturally or most often. So let's see. These CTNs remain in effect. Through this round, and it's a round also in which East is on TKO watch, and he falls behind by 6. The fight will be stopped. Instead, he takes charge after the opening bell with a 55, scoring that jab, trying to keep Hatcher off of him. Trying to keep Hatcher at bay, but Hatcher comes inside 43 and goes to the body again. Here's a 2-point body head combo. Hatcher again, 0-3. 2-point uppercut. It's 4-1. Here's a cut check. No problem for East. So Morris East, better watch it. It's getting close. We go to high action, 24. And we are normal. That's a heavy trade, 2-2. That doesn't affect the difference. It is 6-3 in favor of Hatcher at near the midpoint. Oh, and Hatcher still has control, 58. He is trying to put an end to this. He is 1 point away from a stoppage. A 1-point punch can end this if Morris does not reply. Hatcher with a 20 in control. Looking to close the show with a 42. It is a 2-point hook, and that is it. We have a TKO at 140 plus 9. So TKO 149 of round 7. I did not think Hatcher would be able to stop East. That knockdown, which was a bit surprising, did the trick for him. So Hatcher is going to move on in the tournament. East is eliminated, which is not that big of a surprise. I thought East would probably lose a decision, but yeah, no, he got stopped by Hatcher. So kudos to Hatcher. And what else to say? So yeah, during the course of this fight, I had this idea of maybe making that clash of heads a cut check in the K column, the K plus cut column, which is it's new for LOB2. All right, something I'll continue to think over. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later.